Right, here we go. We're about to start the World Deadlift Championships. We're just going to do a wee link for the television. Okay. Are you ready, Maggie? Born ready, he says. I bet we fluff it like 5 times now. Second event, out of the frying pan, into the fire, as we go on to the World Deadlift Championships. This time, you have to pick this bar up, a normal deadlift bar, with 400 kilograms. I mean, if you think of a heavy suitcase, it's 20 kilos. Geez, that's a lot of suitcases, Magnus. Tell me, 60 seconds, the world record's 5 reps by Benedikt MAGNUSSON. I mean, it's hard for some people to understand how heavy this is. I mean, in history, where does this stand?
Well, when I was starting lifting a couple of years ago, the world record was 400 kilos. We got these guys doing that for reps now.
It's extraordinary, isn't it? So 5 reps, and Benedikt MAGNUSSON joins the party now. Powerlifting's greatest ever is going to be pulling at this, and he holds that world record. 5 reps. Fascinating to see if anyone can match or better. Look at that, professionals still looking at the camera. What a bunch of jokers, eh? Can you believe it? We're on telly, Magnus. Ridiculous. Right, here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. We move on to the World Deadlift Championships. Bill Kazmaier, 400 kilograms. Pretty serious repping weight, isn't it, mate?
Yeah, I know a little bit about deadlifts, but back in the day, this was world record, or thereabouts. Benedikt MAGNUSSON took it up to 1,000 pounds. So, in order to do this 4, 5, 6 times, you've got to be hell of fit and so strong. And
what am I thinking?
Now, so many people in this lineup will be so pleased that
2 more to go.
Competing in this event because their chances of success have just increased massively.
It has changed the whole game tonight, hasn't it? With Eddie almost a for sure first or second. Now it's up for grabs, and I think Z's probably going to come
And let's
through.
not forget that these guys are competing for the title, as well as the Delkovic UK motorcycle that you can see behind us, ladies and gents. This bike, the guys are competing for this Kawasaki, as well as the title and the trophy. Quite a win. You could say Eddie Hall doesn't need it, he's already got one, but it would have been nice.
Beautiful bike, isn't it? Thanks so much for that.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's get our lifters now into the arena. And the first lifter will be from the United States of America.
Nick Best. You know, Nick comes from a powerlifting background.
This has been this man's bread and butter, Nick Best. He knows how to pull a bar. He showed me some footage yesterday in the hotel at his very best. This guy is a real dark horse. He's confident. He's on late notice, Bill, but massively experienced.
Oh, he stays strong, and he is the Masters World Champion in powerlifting. What a great guy.
Best from the United States of America, 400 kilograms on the bar.
Come on, Nick.
Little shout out for Nick. Get him fired up, get him in the zone. What do you say, help out a little bit? Come on, Nick Best.
Darren Sandler with the whistle. We'll give him the signal to start. Magnus Fur. We'll be giving him the down signal. It's time to start the World Deadlift Championships in the Manchester Arena. Best straps himself to the bar. Listen for the whistle. And away we go. Attacking that first pull. Wow, like it was glued to the floor there, Bill.
He's put a lot of legs into it. Just about broke the ground.
And a shake of the head from Nick Best. Evidence of just how heavy that is.
Well, in putting the event together, the promoters tried to make the weights heavy enough that everybody can do 1 or 2, but that we really do find the champion.
Best having another go without the straps. with the over-under. Not today. Nick Bess unable there, and you can see the disappointment in his eyes. But if you needed evidence of what the magnitude of the task in front of these guys, we've just seen it up close and personal.
That's a big, big deadlift.
Nick Bess from the United States unable to boss that weight. Catch a word with your countryman, Mr. Kazmaier.
Well, buddy, not this time, right?
Nah, got this on short notice. I haven't pulled heavy since like July 29th in Indiana when I did the Giants live show there. So I just came out to meet you guys, and I love this place. I love the crowd. I love England. I love competing here, and come out and give it the best I got. So thank you.
Well, 3 events to go. Keep bringing your game, buddy. Nice effort.
I'm gonna kill the frame.
Ladies and gentlemen, Nick Bess from the United States of America. Unsuccessful. And you can see on the big screen, a very focused looking Mr. Terry Hollands. And he will be the next lifter in the World Deadlift Championships. Hollands, slimmed down, trimmed up. He said he wanted to know the effect on his power. He approaches the bar now. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Terry Hollands. Here we go. Hollands.
I prefer to call him Trim and Fit Hollands.
I can tell you what, Bill, the evolution, the re-ignition of this athlete continues. We've seen it, the development over the last 2 years, phenomenal. The amount of time he's invested.
Well, it's never come down to drive with Terry Hollands. He's always pouring in, but it's focused now, and he's dialed in there.
Kick off that smelling salts, and Hollands trying to dial in that extra power. But remember, this is not something that many guys will train ahead of the event because the risk of injury is so high at this weight. Holland's not happy with the positioning there. And every detail's got to be correct here, Bill.
Yeah, these guys are perfectionists. In training, they're used to having everything just the way they want it. And if he's going to do multiple reps here, he wants it perfect right from the start.
A good point you made there. When we saw Eddie Hall hit the 500, he did it on his own bar. Hollands strapping himself in.
A little cheer won't hurt. What do you say? I love it. Come on, Manchester.
Terry Hollands starts to pull. Wow! Hollands unable to get that rep. Shakes his head and he doesn't want to know. Terry Hollands felt something he did not like there. A shake of the head and he bows out at that point. A very, very big weight, a very big man, and the weight won.
And this is the Deadlift World Championships. 400 kilos for reps. Who could do one?
He's turning into a max weight. Ladies and gentlemen, our next lifter hails from the Iron Nation of Russia. Welcome to the bar, Mikhail Shivlyakov. Love this guy, Bill. Absolute character. What a lovely fella.
Great attitude. Great performer. Wherever he goes, doesn't matter the competition. He's a fantastic competitor.
The enthusiastic lifter, warm character. But he's got that fire and the charisma.
Check the beret. He is Special Forces.
Here we go. Shivlyakov. Can he succeed where 2 men have failed? Needs to rev this up. There goes the whistle, raising up Manchester. Yeah! Shivlyakov with the first. And he made it look smooth. He made it look easy. Fighting for that second. Jumps out of it there. But unable to hit the second one. Looked solid in the first.
That first was so explosive, wasn't it? He jumped back to stay out of cramping, for sure. Those muscles were just shaking.
almost speed wrecked the first one, taking a second there. Still a smile on his face, and he wants that encouragement. Shevlyakov attacks the bar. Not tonight, Manchester.
A fierce competitor, Neil.
Look at that big smile on the Russian. And he's going topless, Bill. Always a winner. Nope, he's bottled it last minute.
Much respect from you also.
Yes, sir. Shivlyakov, the first man to get one pull to the 400 kilograms. Further evidence of this weight.
I think things are going to pick up here pretty quick, Mr. Pickup.
Our next lifter. Just getting his suit on. If he can get it over those traps. Look at this, the traps on this guy are not of this world.
I tell you, those are the biggest traps I've seen in 30 years.
The biggest traps I have. Where did he get those? The big trap shop?
I'm not sure. I saw mine in the mirror.
So the huge weight, but a real air of confidence around Janashia.
He's phenomenally strong in all the events. Quite possibly a world's strongest man contender in the next years.
Many people believe so. Janashia, the Georgian bull. Next lifter. A little bit of discussion there with Mikhail Shivlyakov. He's just come away from the bar. That up close and personal experience and that third-party reference and a little bit of conversation always helps.
It surely does. It comes down to confidence, Neil. It's mind over matter. That thing's only heavy if you think it is. So you truly have to block it out and just believe it's coming up.
Here we go, Bill. Janashia firing himself up now. Asking for the crowd to give him that extra gear as he approaches the bar. Konstantine Janashia, the Georgian bull. What has he got here tonight in Manchester? 400 kilograms for repetitions. Only one man has raised the bar one time. Can he beat that? Collects himself and attacks it. Wow, that looked real easy, Bill.
So strong in the back.
And there's two, and that was smooth as well. Yes, for a solid three. Huge pull.
When you want to find the world champion, you got to make it heavy. Some guys are not going to make the lift.
And you can hear the crowd here in Manchester react. He shakes and rides through Janashia.
He's got to collect himself right here, right now.
You can hear him screaming at that bar, screaming at himself.
He's on the edge.
Shaking, driving, yeah! Konstantine Janashia! Wow! The bar has been set, Manchester. Bill Kazmaier, they like that here.
That was a beautiful lift. The Iron Warrior came through for everybody, including himself.
So happy with that. A real moment for the Georgian bull, and you can see what that meant to him and how much that has taken out of him.
Oh, he's just truly flattened from it, no doubt about it.
What a performance, though, and that is a mark to beat right there. The line has gone in the sand.
The real question is that there's 3 more events left. How much has he gone to his reserve and gone into the tank to bring out that kind of performance? That was truly amazing.
Absolutely. A really good point, Bill. I mean, we've seen favourites come in for this event. Everybody had Eddie ticks for the win here. But the reality of strength sport, the reality of this kind of weight, is that this is a strength sport Serengeti. And even the most dominant lion can fall when he's facing into a pack of hungry carnivores. And that's what waits behind the curtain, Bill. Zydrunas wants this badly. Biby wants this badly. Shahlaei, if he can get a good performance here, will feel very good about his opportunity tonight.
You're spot on there. Don't fit JF Caron. He's one of the greatest deadlifters ever for reps.
Laurence Shahlaei will be our next lifter, ladies and gentlemen. Great Britain's own big loss, the warrior.
Well, Neil, he's always ready, but I know he's ready when he stops smiling. Now he's serious.
Laurence Shahlaei, pretty humble, understated individual, a really endearing character, loved by strength sport fans around the world, no more so than right here in the UK.
You gotta love this guy.
Shahlaei straps himself in to that 400-kilogram bar.
Massive quads, very strong hips, the strongest in the world probably. He's got to drive with the legs and shove those hips forward. He can lock this out.
There's the whistle from Sadler, and Laurence with a solid little adjustment there. Oh! Lost.
What a recovery.
Lost the balance there, just taking a moment. That's a big weight to move around on you, and Laurence just recollecting himself. As for the time, as one lifted. I think he got the first one. A real challenge and a real test of experience now, Bill.
The champion comes through right here.
No, damage done, and Laurence says no.
Tremendous pull off the ground. Tremendous power.
Laurence Shahlaei. Like he hit that first one, but just having a word with Darren Sadler. Big loss. Manchester showing his appreciation there. He really attacked that bar, Laurence Shahlaei, and he'll be very disappointed. Just check in. Bill just saying there, did he get that rep? We're gonna just have a word with Magnus for Mag. Just for the benefit of myself, Bill, and the rest of the watching people, did he get the first lift there, Loz?
Unfortunately not.
No lift. The first one not given there.
Well, just how close was it, Maggie?
Not close enough.
It wasn't a good... If Magnus Magnuson tells you as world's strongest man 4 times it's not a good lift, nobody argues with him.
No lift there, devastating. A little early there, and Ian Biby will be on next lifter, just getting himself warmed up. What an exciting prospect, this guy. And we talk about legs. You want to see big legs? This guy has colossal legs.
He surely does, but I haven't seen his technique with the heavy weights. He's got to keep his hips down in order to use that leg drive.
A real test for this young man.
Yeah, he's come along really fast though, hasn't he?
He has, but this is a big arena, a lot of people. It's a different environment to anything he's really used to. Lifting this kind of weight for reps. He's a man who favours the press, likes the upper body exercises. This is a baptism of fire, Bill.
It is. He's on the world stage. There's no doubt about that. When you're up against the best in the world and you want to be the best, you've got to beat the best. And to compete with Zydrunas Savickas in a competition like this, that's got it. He said it was an honor. And he also said, I'm going to do the best I can.
Here we go, Bill. We've just been given the signal that Ian Biby is coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, round of applause for Ian Biby! You want to look at those for legs. Oh, dear me.
You can undoubtedly say those are the biggest legs ever on a strongman.
That is truly ridiculous. Just having a word with Sadler, and I'm talking about the legs there, Bill. Is that Is there any advantage, any disadvantage there?
Super advantage with all the power he's going to get out of his legs. The problem is mechanically, it shoves the bar out front, which makes it extremely difficult to pull back in and get the lockout.
It's the kind of thing that it's easy to overlook. Great to have that technical insight from one of the strongest men to ever do it, Bill Kazmaier.
A lot of talent, but he's got a lot to overcome with 400 kilos.
Look at the eyes of Iron Biby. This guy wants to prove it. Tries to drive, and shake of the head there. He felt what was in front of him there, and Iron Biby says no, not tonight, Manchester. Biby, unable to make that pull.
A really nice start. He would have got a chance if he would have got it up over his knees for sure. That was really explosive.
Yeah, he hit that hard. This is a guy with real athleticism. He can front flip at 400 pounds.
That is truly incredible. When you describe our next lifter, though, you're talking about a back with cables made of steel.
I know you were very excited to see how this young man did. We're going to welcome him now into the arena. Pedigree in the deadlift. This discipline, he feels very much at home. Welcome the multiple Canadian strongest man. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Caron! There you go.
And he knows exactly what he's got to do. The best is 4 reps right now.
Look how calm JF Caron is. The approach is this, I said earlier tonight, always a dark horse. He is always there or thereabouts on the biggest stage in strength sport. Yet another opportunity to prove it here tonight, though.
Here he is, the whole stage for him. If he's going to do 5 reps, he's got to be smooth at 3 and be working really hard at 4 and dig down deep to get the 5.
Look at the eyes there.
Anybody can do it. It's JF Caron.
Reminds me of a young Bill Kazmaier with the look in the eyes there. The fire, he wants this. He knows that the door is open. Can he walk through it? JF Caron. Listen for Sadler. There's the whistle. His first pull will tell us so much. Wow!
Nice dip. He's headed for 5.
There's 2.
Do you want to see 5? Well, there's your 3.
3 for Caron, and he looks rock strong. There is 4. And the first time evidence that it started to weigh on him a little bit, and that experience kicked in. He takes a minute.
Super powerful, really calculated, efficient, great form. He's got the 5th one in him if you want to see it. Start to roar. Give it to him again. Come on, JF.
And away we go! To the roof! Caron! There is 5 from the Canadian. Bill Kazmaier called it. Caron is serious. He had the pedigree. And there is the result from the Canadian.
That's superhuman strength. A fantastic performance. JF, come tell us what you're feeling if you can walk. JF, if you want to take us through 3, 4, and 5, I knew it was going to be a challenge. If you hit 3 strong, you were going to motor through 4 and do a 5th. Gosh, that must have felt great. Tell us about it.
I'm very happy. I train a lot this event with my suit, but the suit is in the luggage and I don't have. But anyway, very happy about this. It's not possible to pull out, you know, with a big crowd like here. Thank you a lot, Manchester. I love you.
Nice job, JF Caron. Very, very thankful for the energy you shot towards him.
Ladies and gentlemen, JF Caron, super impressive. You called it, Bill, and he delivered.
He usually lifts in a suit, which gives him a little bit more stability to his core and helps just a touch. That was lost in an air flight.
That will grind on you when you've got to lift in front of this many people under the lights and the television cameras. But he delivered hard. Ladies and gentlemen, no introduction needed for the next man to approach the bar. Let's talk about pedigree in strength sport. This man is widely regarded as the most powerful human being ever to draw breath. Give a round of applause to Big Z, Zydrunas Savickas!
I can tell you right now, Neil, there's a couple promoters that are sweating. Colin, Bryce, and Darren Sadler, because if he hits 6 reps for the world record, there's a big dollar bonus. Not too much pressure, Z.
Zydrunas Savickas straps himself into the bar. Arguably the strongest human being of all time. His demeanor is placid. But this weekend, Bill, he has had more of a fury in his eyes than I've ever seen.
He's a tremendous athlete. Over these many years, he's strong every single time. Never contested with this amount of weight before for reps.
He's the first one. This guy's so smooth, so solid. And it looked solid, it looked controlled, and he's heading for 2. There it is, that little breath.
The confidence in that face as he locks out tells you, I can do more.
Not rushing it, just staying to, wow. Zydrunas says, no, I'm gonna cut my losses. 2 on the board, and that makes things very interesting. JF Caron and Konstantine Janashia lead, tied on 5. Zydrunas Savickas, is it in the strategy? He's going for the win. And he knows that one of his biggest competitors is no longer in the field.
That's a good point, Neil. With JF Caron, one of the smallest in the competition, to do the 5 reps, it's really going to set the stage for our last competitor, arguably greatest deadlifter ever in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, our last lifter is a man who has dominated this discipline for so many years and brings a level of excitement to deadlifting that few men ever have. This guy comes out and intimidates the bar. Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up now as he makes his way into the Manchester Arena. I've just been told by Colin Bryce he's going to take a breath and he's going to take a second. And that tells us a lot about this man. He knows he has to deliver here. He knows the opportunity. He knows that he may be able to break his own world record.
Neil, I've seen him compete before, and I've got to tell you, as he approaches the bar, his whole body shakes. When he looks down at the bar, he's so ready to go. The bar starts to shake before he touches it. The energy coming out of Benedikt MAGNUSSON is truly the most incredible energy I've ever seen an athlete give, and I've got psyched up a few times myself.
It's so interesting that we talk about the style of lifter, Bill. When you look at you in your prime, you were aggressive. You looked at somebody like Zydrunas, they're so calm, so relaxed. Benedikt MAGNUSSON, he lifts on fury, on enthusiasm, on trying to get himself into a strange dimension where he is at war with the weight.
And he does many sports well and has many interests, but he's focused on deadlift. And when he did that in the past, it was 1,000 pounds, the greatest ever. This 880 for reps is truly within his grasp.
Can we see something very special here? Ladies and gentlemen, raise it up for Benedikt MAGNUSSON! Benedikt MAGNUSSON wants to do something special here. Look at him, Bill, winding himself up.
You gotta help him wind up. Shoot him some energy, you guys. If you want to see it, start the roar.
Prowling in the bar, screaming aggressively as he tries to intimidate the iron. No deadlifter in the world approaches the bar in this fashion, and it's made him a fan favorite the world over. He has the opportunity for greatness right here. A tremendous opportunity. Will he grasp it?
We'll know pretty fast on that first repetition. If he rips it off the floor and slams his hips forward, done deal. He is the man right here and now.
Benedikt MAGNUSSON. Iceland's finest deadlifter hits the first one, and he hits it well. There's the second, and it looks constant.
The greatest deadlifter in the world, showing you 880.
There is number 3, and he smiles. He wants no more, and he apologizes to the crowd, says thank you, Benedikt MAGNUSSON. Let's get a word with Benny. Ladies and gentlemen, that has put the cat among the pigeons. What a result. Unless I'm very much mistaken, 2 men dominating there, Janashia and Caron.
And you got to give it to Caron. His kit was lost in the airplane. He didn't have a suit. He didn't have any of his gear. Luckily, he patched some stuff together. SPD showed up for him, gave him some elbow sleeves, some knee sleeves, and helped him get his kit so that he could perform tonight. He truly brought out his best. What a fantastic performance. I'm totally blown away.
And Konstantine Janashia, Bill, he started, he was the first lifter on the log. He performed exceptionally. He's done it again. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring out our joint winners of that event. JF Caron and Konstantine Janashia. JF, obviously this is your home, the deadlift bar. You're a guy with so much experience. It's fair to say that that's a great event for you, but you're in a very strong position now. The event's coming up. How are you feeling about those?
Oh, I feel really great about the other events. Stones is very good for me. I never tried this frame in this yoke, but normally it's good events, you know. I'm in good position, but a lot of good athletes, and a few athletes don't lose any energy, excuse me, on the deadlift. We'll see what happens.
Now, when you look at someone, guys, and Konstantine bringing you into this also, when you look at someone like Zydrunas come out and do what he did there, do you think this is more strategic? Do you think that he is resting, waiting for the events later today? Or do you guys believe that that was his max? What does that do to your mental state in this situation?
I think in this type of events, you know, with a big crowd like this, I don't think any athlete can take the chance to keep his energy from other events. It's just 5 events tonight, you must give maximum on each. I know Zydrunas come back from injury, he increases deadlift, but it's not at his best in the life. But I think 2 reps for him today is good. But I'm very happy about my result, you know. I don't think 5 is possible, but with that noise, you know, it's not possible to stop. I gave 100%.
Ladies and gentlemen, Konstantine Janashia and JF Caron, your joint winners in the World Deadlift Championships. 5 repetitions.